This is the show where we talk about hiking and everything adventure right here on the wireless. And today I am joined by Mr. Rob Witte from Voetsac Hiking Club. Sir, welcome to Trailblazers. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Oh man, I am so honored to have you here. So today, before we do everything and we talk about hiking and all of that, firstly, please introduce yourself and your role in the Voetsac Hiking Club.
Okay, my name is Rob Witte. I'm the chairman of the Voetsac Hiking Club.
Yes.
I have been for nearly 2 years, and I do different roles. We change roles. So at the moment, I'm the chairman.
So I believe that your hiking club has been around for 40 years, right? What motivated you to be a hike leader?
It actually started as a young man.
Okay.
I was involved in Scouts, and I had a leader who was exceptionally difficult but very good, and he taught us how to do proper hiking. And so my love of it has come right from the young age.
Wow. And as an NPO for 40 years, how do you categorize the fees allocated to each trail?
Okay, what makes us with the fee allocation, we have membership for a year, and our fees are allocated for day hikes, weekend hikes, long hikes. So we do 5-day hikes, 6-day hikes, 8-day hikes. We do multi-day hikes, both backpacking or slackpacking.
Yes.
So we've been doing that for 40 years. Our major focus has been the longer hikes, and we started the Saturday hikes to help because there's a lot of people who want to do Saturday hikes.
Okay. And now, how do you physically prepare and recover from hikes?
Well, the first thing, when you start hiking, it's important to look at and understand your own fitness level.
Okay.
So wear the right equipment. It doesn't have to be boots. It can be shoes or tackies, whatever. Be properly prepared. Then when you hike, you do your hike. When I finish the hike, what I often do is I will raise my legs higher than my heart for 7 to 15 minutes, which allows the legs to relax, and then it's easy to walk again the next day.
Yes.
Also, be aware that if you're carrying a pack, you've got to let your shoulders relax and your body relax. So it's important to just take it easy and enjoy your day.
All right, so I know that many hiking clubs have been actually looking forward, and they know who Rob Witte is, right? So how many hiking clubs have learned a lot from you in terms of hiking, like a hiking plan or safety tips for hiking?
Okay, what I've tried to do is grow hiking generally in Eastern Cape.
Yes.
And so it's important that on a plan you plan where you're going to hike, what you're going to hike, know who's all hiking, how many people you have. It's vitally important.
Yes.
Then when you walk, it's understanding what your group's dynamics are. How do they walk? Are they going to walk fast or not? It's great having radios to control them, but realize that people walk away from each other. So often the middle people have no control or nobody near them.
Yes.
And what's vitally important is that the person in front and the person behind you, you're aware of where they are. So that if you lose sight of one of them, you can call and stop the group.
Wow.
So that the group can maintain and look after each other. When you hike, it's important to know each other and to look after each other.
I think that's really good because in terms of fitness levels, actually groups do separate during the hike. And I think what you've just said is really, really important to be aware of who's in front of you and who's right at the back.
Yeah, not right at the back, who's behind you.
Behind you.
Yeah, behind you. Because if everybody knows who's in front of you and behind you, you're controlling the group.
Yes.
You see, so it's important to look after people and to make it properly. But we also try and organize on bigger hikes. You have what's called a tail end Charlie, somebody who look after and help people.
Yes. So, Mr. Rob, I would like to know, as a person that has hiked for many, many years, what are the hiking styles? What are the different hiking styles?
Okay, so hiking styles, we have some hikers which they go out to walk at speed. So they will walk very fast as a group. And when you got that in your group, you need to cater and understand that on a 5-day hike or a 3-day hike, you might split into 2 groups and then you need to give them the go. Because they are usually quite fit. They're people that have been hiking for many years and they walk on long distance and they walk fast. We also have in a second group, which is much more what we call a scenic group. So they want to see things, take photos. So they want to walk, but they want to stop understand, see things, discuss things, and then walk further. Then the third group that we have is where we get into the birding world and into the hikers that specifically want to look at plants, and that they walk very slowly because they will stop and spend time and do things, and the focus is much less the walking than seeing.
Yes.
So what we cater for is we cater for the first two, not the latter group. So what we do is when we go on long hikes, we allow people that walk fast to do in a separate hike, and then we have the beginners much more where we allow people to enjoy, take photos. And when you hike, remember, you don't hike to come in and say, I'm there at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock and I finish at 1 o'clock. I got an appointment at 2 o'clock.
Yes.
What we try and recommend is when you're hiking, and it doesn't matter what your style is, enjoy the day.
Yes.
Walk for the day and don't worry about other appointments.
And what are the benefits of hiking?
Okay, the benefits of hiking are, firstly, it's a method of getting yourself fit. It's a method of reducing stress on yourself. It's a method of growing confidence in people that don't have confidence. It's a method of seeing and understanding plants and fauna, seeing animals in the wild, going out into the bush, and really enjoying the bush, sleeping out in the open, which a lot of people have not done, being away from cell phones, which a lot of people don't understand. So for young people as well, the benefits are, I do with school kids. So the benefits there for the kids are they start understanding in new things in their environment that they've never seen.
Right. So what is the longest hike that you have done in a day?
Okay, the longest hike that I've done in a day is 42 kilometers a couple of times.
Wow.
About 4 times. And that was more to get people fit for longer hikes. So we get people fit for very longer hikes. Also want to just say one thing that I didn't mention under benefits. It's vitally important.
Yes.
The benefit is in hikes, we cut paths, we keep paths clean, and we pick up rubbish so that the animals don't have to live with the muck that we carry. So it's important when you hike, you leave behind your footprint and nothing else.
Yes, keeping the environment clean.
Yes.
Wow. I believe that hiking is not the only service that you guys offer, right? You talked about slack packing and backpacking earlier on. Can we talk about that now?
Yes. Hiking on backpacking and longer hikes,
Yes.
these are for people who want to get fit and want to do things over longer time. So they want to see things. They want to go out into the environment and understand and look at it. They also want to enjoy sleeping out in tents or in environments. So it depends on, you can do different environments.
Yes.
So those people, we also teach how to walk, because most people don't know how to walk. And maybe that's a question we can rather tackle.
Yes.
Is how to walk.
Right.
Now, most people, when they walk, they think walking is one way on a tar road, and I walk.
Yes.
When you walk on stones, it's different to when you're walking on sand. So when I walk on stones, I walk with the stone in the instep, middle of my foot. When I walk on sand, I'm walking flat foot. When I'm walking uphill, I halve my pace. When I'm walking downhill, I halve my pace. So we teach people these kind of things.
Right, we have a question right here for Mr. Rob. I hope you are ready for that question. What is the best hiking trail for a beginner?
Okay, for beginners, Port Elizabeth has 8 hiking trails that they've actually identified, they've written up. So Koberge, we have, if you go into the municipality and you check, there's 8 very simple hiking trails, and 2 or 3 on the coast. So Schoenmakerskop, Sardinia Bay, they're all lovely walks, carry enough water, but they give you easy access, very safe, very community orientated. Also, there's 1 or 2 out at, I've just got to remember them, but they really out there near NMU. By the lighthouse. There's one of the other trails that Port Elizabeth has put forward. So these are what they call proper hiking trails, and you can find them online at the municipality's website.
Right, awesome. We have the second question. How important is a good quality gear for hiking?
When you hike, what you used to is what's important to walk in. Your feet is important to look after. But if you're not a boots person, if you walk with tackies.
Yes.
Good tackies are just as good. But what you must watch out is no matter what shoes you use, you must have good socks. Don't walk with anklets. Anklets only allow stones and sand and everything into your shoe, and that'll hurt your foot. So you got to get a proper, decent hiking thing. And then what you can do is just buy those. You get those little things on top of medicines, those little sponges.
Yes.
Keep those, and then you put that in your boot, and then that stops a blister. Where you get a hot spot, you just push a little sponge in and you can protect your shoe or your boot or whatever your case. So walk with what you're comfortable. That's what's important.
Wow. Walk with what you are comfortable with. Wow, Mr. Rob, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me on our Trailblazers show. Really appreciate you taking time to be with us here, right here on the wireless. And I think I've learned so much about hiking. It's not only about just walking and having fun and going back, but also about creating community and learning about the environment that you are in at that specific moment.
May I say something about community that you and I discussed?
Yes.
Okay. What I believe is, if you look, it's vitally important understanding community.
Okay.
Because if you look at the Xhosa community, okay,
yes,
you have culturally grown up with your parents and your grandparents. They walked for their need of living. They had to walk. So hiking wasn't a hobby. They didn't need a hobby. They walk anyway. Now, the younger people have got vehicles.
Yes.
So they've joined hiking. Their parents cannot help them. So we help people to show them the joys of hiking because their parents had to do it. Now we are all younger people. We have vehicles. So we do it because we have pleasure out of it.
Yes.
Okay. So culturally, we need to really look at each other and understand and help each other culturally.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Rob. I appreciate you taking time to be here with us. And that was Mr. Rob Witte from Voetsac Hiking Club. You can find them on their website as well. And you can also find them on Facebook and on Instagram at Voetsac Hikers as well. And then learn about hiking and everything about the club as well as you go through their website.